You are listening to Jobs in Pods. G'day, mates. Welcome to Jobs in Pods, the only podcast where real employers, leading recruiters, and staffing agencies talk about their jobs and tell you how to get them. I'm your host, Peter Clayton. If you're a recent college grad or college senior, listen up. Our guest is Aaron, a supervisor in sales and service at Geico. Aaron, a graduate of San Diego State University with a BS in Business Administration, recently completed Geico's Supervisor Leadership Program, a fast-track management training program offered in most of the company's major locations. Geico, of course, is one of the nation's largest and fastest-growing insurance companies, thanks to their low rates, clever marketing, and outstanding customer service. Aaron, welcome to Jobs and Pods. I'd like to focus this Jobcast on your experience in Geico's Supervisor Leadership Program. So first, why did you decide to join Geico, and what made the company stand out from other employers perhaps you were looking at when you were a college senior?
Yeah, that's a really good question, Peter. And first off, thank you so much for having me here today. I'm excited to hopefully help some of you young graduates or college seniors out there. Giving you any information always helps. Geico specifically, really great fit for me. So the recruiting team was very genuine throughout the process. I think for me, just looking back to when I graduated, you get recruited. There's a lot of different companies out there looking to hire you fresh out with that degree, and Geico, in retrospect to others, was very just direct and clear on what the expectations were of the job and what they expected and what types of individuals they were looking for, motivated, specific to growing personally through the management path, and that was a really good fit for me. As far as Geico as the company, I mean that's the kind of the side research that I did, and just knowing they're 75 years long-standing, and then just being a subsidiary of Berkshire Hathaway with that link to Warren Buffett was a strong feeling that this could be a good career for me.
Okay, so Aaron, let's really focus on the leadership program. From what I understand, it offers 4 tracks: sales, customer service, claims, and auto damage. Which track did you take, and why?
Yeah, no, I took the underwriting path. So what we do here at Geico is typically we combine like the sales and customer service path together because really it's the first impression to our customers. So that was a good fit for me. I'm a very personable, very gregarious person. I like to consider I'm on a self-evaluation, but I like that kind of having a big impact on a big company and given the opportunity to manage the conversations and we're having with our customers, whether it be first selling to them or helping them out once they have a policy. So it really was a good fit for me.
And did the program meet your expectations?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I think the biggest thing for me, my expectations was getting like cross-training in the service department, the customer service department, the sales, and then also product management, as well as getting some mentoring from some of our highest level directors here at Geico. And the combination of the mentoring from those directors, really the feedback that they were to give me and the guidance for personal growth, as well as the consistent change with departments and responsibilities were what I was looking for, and it 100% met the expectations.
So what did you find particularly exciting or challenging about Geico's Supervisor Leadership Program?
Yeah, I mean, those are two pieces of a question that I can definitely answer. Most exciting. I think really when you think about it, just the open door policy. I mean, I talked about having a mentor like at the top level. I mean, I didn't necessarily expect that. In a big corporation, you think you report to the person, your direct report. But really, the level of communication you get with our regional vice president here in San Diego being Sean Berkland and our AVP, Frankie Silva, and then the directors of both the sales, service, and then the product departments. That was exciting because I didn't expect to get as much feedback and help, but that transitioned into the most challenging thing because, they're very keen on making successful leaders. I mean, that's really what makes a good leader from their perspective. So them challenging you on a personal level to grow in the areas that you are weak, getting that good feedback consistently, even up until today, is very challenging, but very helpful as well. So they kind of move together.
Well, let's follow up on that a little bit, Aaron. You joined Geico right out of college. Was the company helpful in your transition from college life to having a full-time job? Oftentimes, that can be really challenging.
Yeah, I agree, because I think these days, I mean, from my experience from college, San Diego State was a phenomenal school, but I didn't have I felt like all the experience to apply everything that I learned. And Geico did a good job with that transition, because, I mean, I went through classes that help with, basic things like time management through the leadership program, leadership skills, coaching skills, software handling, whether it be something simple like Excel, maybe something a little bit more advanced like Access, or even like the Geico internal products, just the hands-on classroom training, and then also moving with the mentoring that you're getting, and also working in the frontline job before you manage it. That allowed me to get really comfortable moving from college to a management position at a big corporation.
For someone who's listening to this Jobcast who might be interested in a leadership management program, can you kind of just give us a day in the life of what it was like when you were going through this program?
That's a really tough question to answer, because you're always doing different things. I think the best way to look at it is kind of the process in the 18 to 24 months that you go through. The first being, I mean, typically when you get here, you learn the job that you manage. So, I mean, I'll just use our service department as an example. I went through a 3-month training program that, defined everything what our expectations here were to provide the world-class service our customers expect for that premium they're paying, and then transpiring into a service agent on a daily basis for some time, answering customers' phone calls, helping them making changes, endorsements, answering questions about their policy was the first step. Second step was shadowing a successful supervisor. So learning, now that I had the foundation of the agent, it was moving to the supervisors and learning the skills of a supervisor with the classes that you're already taking about leadership and coaching skills, getting that hands-on approach of seeing what it takes and what they do to make them successful. Those are the big two components. Now, on the side, the thing about our leadership program is you had to learn the time management skill very well, because there's always projects from the upper level management that would help progress your analytical skills, your time management skills, that would goal to improve Geico's current processes to make them more efficient and more accurate to help with our overall product that we're offering our customer.
Tell us a little bit about your current role as supervisor in sales and service.
Yeah, so right now I actually supervise a sales unit that specializes in our LA area. So it's very unique. We're one of the few in our company. We're really focusing on one specific area. The first, biggest responsibility I have is having, 14 agents that supervise my desk partner, or a co-supervisor, and I manage. And what we really help our agents do is understand our customers and the behaviors that they portray in that specific area to help us understand and sell to them on a daily basis. So that sometimes involves listening to sales calls of our agents, and evaluating them and giving them tips and strategies to sell better on the following or future calls. That goes into evaluating our closure numbers in that specific area, looking for specific sectors that we may be doing not as well as in other sectors, to help with that. That's kind of the first step. The second, I mean, you just got to keep in the environment I'm in, you have to keep a lively and motivating environment. So it's really just reward and recognizing my agents, really making sure they know what they're doing to make them successful, but also providing them any constructive feedback to help them continue with their goals and goal setting to make sure that they meet both their short-term and long-term goals. I think the last is, and this goes back to when I was in the leadership program, as a supervisor, we're all part of the management team. So it's really developing business items to help with our processes. So this could include like different procedures that we're trying over the phone. This could be changing products, selling coverages different ways, but really adding to business plan items, we'd call them, for future years or future months to help explore better ideas.
It sounds like you're really pretty psyched about your current role. What do you like about working at Geico?
Oh, man. Peter, let me tell you, seeing the gecko and the caveman on a daily basis and then Mr. Buffett, that's the number one. But all the jokes aside, just the kind of the overall commitment from our management team is my favorite thing. I can't stress that enough. Just, I think my biggest fear coming into a big corporation out of college and just looking for my own personal growth and with a company that kind of had the same vision as I was being able to walk into the manager, director, assistant vice president, regional vice president's office and feel comfortable enough to ask their feedback on something or, just get comfortable with them. And I think that's what I love most. And their overall commitment to our level of success as individuals, but as a company, all that coincides to just an overall positive and rewarding environment.
One last question, Aaron. Where do you see your career going at Geico?
I'm really working on my short-term goal, just the short-term goal of being a manager, and then continuing to pursue my career here at Geico to whatever fits best for myself as well as the company.
Well, Aaron, thank you so much for taking time to speak with us today on Jobs and Pods.
Yeah, you know what, Peter? I was a little nervous when we started. We got a little into the questions, and this was fun.
That will do it for this edition of Jobs and Pods. To learn about all the great career opportunities at Geico, visit geico.jobs. Geico, driving your career, ensuring your future. Be sure to check out our interview with Steve Carnes, manager of Geico's corporate-wide college recruiting efforts, and all of the great Geico Jobcast interviews on jobsandpods.com. And remember, you can find us anywhere podcasts are, including iTunes, podcast.com, and even YouTube. And to stay current with all the great jobs, employers, and recruiters featured in our Jobcast, check out our growing Jobs and Pods Facebook community and join in the conversation. Thanks for listening.